And we're live.
All right, take two. Let's hope this goes better.
Got
So,
an odd sense of deja vu here.
very odd. Wonder why that could be. Actually, no, it's fitting because it's a glitch in the fucking Matrix. Anyway.
Is the Matrix also a meme? I guess it kind of is.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
The Matrix has you, Pav.
Is something about red pills and ginger and
No, don't. We don't need to talk about that. I mean, our watchers are very impressionable people. I mean, don't do drugs, kids. I mean,
What if I told you that I have a crappy sense of humor?
Well, you have no soul, so. Anyways, what are we talking about?
I think we pretty
Aside
much
from the dank memes.
Yeah, we pretty much covered our joke reviews, I think.
We covered the April Fool's
Do we do that again?
review. I don't know. Can someone in the comments tell us where we actually got cut off? Because I know that you guys lost us at some point, but we don't know what we were actually talking about when the last stream was
Man,
killed.
that's too much effort.
Yeah, it really is, though.
Well, again, we only covered like the April Fool's things, and let's be honest, not a whole lot to go over there. Well, there is one big elephant in the room here, sitting right behind Pav there, all colorful and majestic with its grand trunk and
Oh yeah.
The
psychedelic eyes staring straight into my soul.
The Pop-Tarts?
The Pop-Tarts.
Yes, it has
They are-
Pop-Tarts coming out of its ears.
They are wild delicious, as you can see.
Very wild.
And don't.
But anyway, it's also telling us to talk about
Don't.
the episode from a week ago.
That is
2 episodes, rather.
So just as an FYI for everyone, we are going to talk about the season opener. We are not going to discuss today's episode. So if you have not seen today's episode, don't worry, because I'm not going to spoil it.
Everyone dies.
Damn it, Roz!
Every pony dies.
No, it's...
God damn it, Pop. My version wasn't spoilery.
There are varying degrees of genocide, Pav. Come on.
Yeah.
So, well, what are your guys' thoughts on that? Because honestly, I don't think I've heard your opinions on it.
I liked it. I liked that we had a villain who wasn't cartoony and more like the ponies there. She just had a special talent and stealing other special talents.
Is that... Yeah, I guess I never really got a good look at it. Is that really her talent, though, or is there something else going on there?
Assuming other unicorns can't steal other cutie marks. I would wager that I would say it's safe to assume that right now, anyways, that's her special talent.
Maybe, but I mean, she was able to cast barriers. She was able to cast a couple of other spells. So it seems like, especially with her whole name scheme being Twilight Sparkle, Sunset Shimmer, Glimmer, Shimmer, Blimmer, it seems that she might be kind of a magical protege as well, and so she has a special ability, but it's not necessarily like her special talent per se.
The fact that she mentioned specifically that she learned that from a spell. So that wasn't innately tied to her special talent. That was a learned ability. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, ferret.
Suddenly, from beneath the cupboard comes a ferret. Have you feasted?
Yes, it was delicious.
But yeah, I guess, again, I never really got a good look at her remark at all, but it seems,
shocking. Yeah. But that story you reviewed, I'm surprised.
Well, that was before all this, that. I mean, hell, that would have been a major plot twist if I had included her into the mix. Holy crap. Oh my god. I just realized. This is exactly where the season is heading.
Talks about
everyone will touch asses.
Butt touching will fix everything.
Yes.
I'm perfectly okay with the season of everyone touching asses. I'm gonna lay that out there.
By the way, Sock, her real cutie mark is like a 4-pointed star with a little like wisp coming up out of it. Like just, it almost looks like a bit of smoke or magic.
So someone actually described it as like a comet. So those are like little comet tails coming off, like a meteor kind of thing.
It's like, it looks kind of like
it's honestly, it looks kind of like Twilight's cutie mark, but simplified.
Yeah.
Like it's literally it's like a 4-pointed star with, you know, the cardinal points, and then there's a white star behind it that's tilted, probably about, I don't know, however many degrees, so that they're coming out in between the points of the purple, and then there's two, you know, little kind of wisps of 2 shades of green coming off it. I'm just looking at it right now. But it really is one of those, like, it screams Twilight Sparkle XP.
Mm-hmm. And you described it as kind of a shooting star. That is interesting, because there has been a rumor floating around that the arc of this season, yet to be revealed, will involve a falling star.
Yet another one of Celestia's students coming home to roost.
Or, I guess...
because, oh my gosh, what is wrong with that mayor and picking her students? Like, does she pick the crazy ones, or do they go crazy because of her teaching methods?
Well, or you know, she's just kind of throwing darts at the dartboard, and you know, eventually she gets one right, and she had a history of crazies beforehand.
Yeah, true.
I mean, we've all been there, like in our dating lives. We've all been there. We've got, you know, a series of crazy exes.
I'd like to think that at some point you learn not to stick your dick in crazy.
You'd like to think that.
I learned pretty quick not to let crazy stick a dick in me, and I would like to think that it goes the other way too. Well, I don't have the right genitalia, so I figured I had to change it.
Nah, it's
if
much
she
harder.
was here, they'd understand. She would get it.
Well, part of it with the guys, at least, is that they just want to stick their dick in something.
Oh, ouch.
That got dark quickly.
You're supposed to go, yeah, okay, not go, ouch.
But
I just love the GIF Raz link, her drawing off of the towel thing, because literally all I could think when I saw it was, how much hairspray is she using? Her tail doesn't move. Like, and she's really pulling the towel against it, and it's just nothing.
Now. Animation is hard.
Sure, that's what we're going with.
But anyway, the way the rumor spelled everything out, though, it seemed like it was literally a falling star, as in something is coming from the heavens and falling through the atmosphere, and that's bad, okay?
Megan is coming back. With her...
I don't know about that, but okay.
Megan is going to come back with her ruffled overalls and everything.
Yes.
And doom us all.
Yes.
It will be beautiful. I'm sorry, I grew up on the My Little Pony movie. I love this movie. I am so excited for that episode.
For what episode?
There's an episode where the Smooze is coming back. I am so hyped.
Oh, man.
It's awesome. It's a blob in a suit with like a bow tie and a top hat and no expression. Like, it literally has no face. It's just a blob.
Well, that's interesting. I'm not sure if because this whole rumor of a falling star came from like a synopsis list.
Oh yeah.
Evidently, straight from leaked from the studio and all that.
I know
naturally.
The synopsis list that got debunked somewhere.
Oh yeah, there's always there's always like a.
Oh yeah, there's always like half a dozen, but I know there was a big one that was like 7 episodes we hadn't gotten listed that are then eventually got discredited. So I'm sure.
Well, this one was like the entire.
That was on MLP, I think, and there's like one before every season.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well, this one was exhaustive. Like, it had every single one of them included, and was apparently from a source that actually turned out to be credible in the past. So
yeah, that's the MLP one.
But only time will tell, of course. But still, it's an interesting idea. And hey, who's this?
Hey.
Wait, no.
You're not
like
drunk.
Evil paradox thing that First of all, Plum disappeared.
Oh no.
Now we've got Alex and female Alex together. I don't know.
No, it's okay, Pap. As long as we don't physically touch each other, we're fine.
And at least on my screen, you guys are like separated by a couple of icons, so that probably means it's
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. That helps.
Not on mine.
We'll have to wait for Alex on the YouTube. Alex is right beside Sock and no one else.
Yeah.
Oh, for me, I've got Alex, Sock, Pab, Razman,
buddies.
and
Yes. So,
was gonna give it one
what
last
are we talking
shot.
about?
We were discussing the
talking about
premiere.
the season opener.
Oh, then I don't care because I didn't see it.
You probably shouldn't hang around because we're like massive spoilers up
Give
in
a
here.
shit.
God damn it,
Mom,
Alex.
we got to see more of Celestia's dysfunctional students.
Okay, that sounds pretty sweet.
There's no,
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
indication that Starlight Glimmer is a Celestia student.
Well, according to my shipfic.
I know, but I feel like if they don't,
someone
pull
tried to do
off,
that during
it would be
Babs
such
Con.
a
It was
waste.
great.
Oh jeez. Oh god.
Silence. What the?
Hmm.
What just happened?
What?
Nobody knows. I was gonna make a comment about. Oh my gosh, Plum.
Are his
Right.
mics working?
We'll see
Hey!
how long this lasts, because the past few times I managed to join, it's worked for about 30 seconds and everything's crashed.
Aw.
But
Hey!
ears open, yeah.
So, yeah.
Plum?
Fucking.
So,
And
something you
Done.
might do, Plum.
done.
Go
It's-
to
it's-
Google.
we can still hear you.
Oh, it wasn't registering for some reason. Like, you know the little green dots at the side?
Yeah.
Yeah, the little green dots at the side weren't showing up.
No, we can hear you.
Yep.
Don't lose faith.
Mm-hmm.
At least not yet.
And you're hilariously
Don't
flippy
lose
hair.
your way.
Yeah, Plum,
Yeah.
One thing you might try. Go to
Mhm.
Google, type in "how to sacrifice your firstborn child" to Google. That might appease them a bit.
Yeah.
I was watching somebody playing a game yesterday called Google Feud, which is literally Family Feud, but it's Google searches. Apparently, the #1 search for do birds blank is pee, fart,
Mhm.
and poop.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I know, but it was still just kind of wow.
Do you what?
Do birds pee,
Oh.
poop, or what was the
The
other one?
top 3 results are do birds pee, do birds poop, and do birds fart.
We'll do that.
Mhm.
Yes, yes, and
fart.
yes, all through the same orifice.
All at once. So what's been discussed so far? What
So,
have
so
I
we
missed these very
at
few
some
minutes?
point we were discussing the season opener.
Mhm.
So I've told a couple people this, but the season opener was extremely disconcerting for me because this GAP Jaxie fellow, he does.
And Pav is now silent.
Am I silent now?
No, he's not.
No, we
not
can
to
hear
us.
Oh,
And we hear you, Plum.
Plum.
Well, apparently
Plum is
Google's
kill
having a
again.
shit fit.
Plum is a kill.
Plum, what did you do to Google? Why are they mad at you?
Oh,
Oh,
Well,
Anyway,
rest in peace.
Google hates Scotsman. Carry on.
But
the English.
So GP Jaxie GMs for me, and he runs a pony themed Pathfinder session, and both the style of the season 5 opener as well as even like some of the plot points of the season 5 opener were eerily reminiscent of the current campaign that we're running. So, but he had written these scenes before even like anything about season 5 had been announced. So it's kind of like we looked at it and we're like, so Jaxie, when did you exactly get invited to join the writing staff on season 5? Like, why did they choose to animate one of your episodes here?
Not that we're
It was
complaining, because it's a good episode, but still.
It's a really good episode, but it was just
definitely
kind of
not like
Twilight
season
Zone.
5 was finished being written like a year ago.
True.
Well, it's kind of
That's
like
not more.
Am I the only one who was really unsettled by song. Like, I'm listening to it, and I'm like, this is really creeping me out.
Yeah.
The smiles.
Gee, thanks, Pap.
It's got like the the propaganda theme, but then it just like does this weird like minor key stuff, so it just kind of like has this very unease.
And it's also the line like, "You can't have nightmares if you never dream."
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
It's just kind of like, I am not okay with this.
I love that episode. I love the episode for how unsettling it was.
Again, that's not the first time I've heard that exact phrase. I'm not sure where, but it was familiar to me.
Yeah.
Even before they said it.
Where it's from. Yeah. But I mean, like Ingram said, it was based on like an old propaganda. Like, it was based on propaganda songs, but it was still just like, I'm really uncomfortable right now. Please stop singing.
Well, again, it's no Der Fuhrer's face, but okay. Yeah, he might have been speaking more abstractly, like, because it certainly didn't sound like any propaganda song that I've ever heard.
No,
yeah, he has.
It was more like that it was inspired by that style. I don't think he directly lifted it from anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the same as Art of the Dress.
I did hear a little bit of Remove Kebab in there.
But I just love that whole aspect that we're going to be like discussing season 7 or Gen 7 at some point. We're going to be like, yeah, well, Gen 7, it has this song that's based on World War II propaganda, but it's actually not the first My Little Pony song based on World War II propaganda. If you go back to Gen 4, season 5.
That's a scary thing to contemplate.
Right?
Generation 7.
Party, 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 party.
I'd rather see like a Generation 4.5 where they just do something with completely different characters.
Mm-hmm.
Which
they've established thanks to the premiere.
Yeah.
Well, the premiere episode 100, they could do a spin-off for all we know. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. If we want to jump on the on that question right now.
No, that acknowledges the audience, and we need to be withholding.
Okay. Fair enough.
Gotta have, requirements.
Fuck you, plebes!
Well, we don't have Plum here. It doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Well, both Deja and Derpator asked, they want to know how headcanon destroying we think the 100th episode will be.
Well, Deja also
I hope it destroys all the headcanon, so I can just sit here and giggle madly.
Oh, God. Here he goes again.
Oh, God. Skinny redheads.
Yeah. I give the audience and Ferret what she wants.
Damn, Skippy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so Ferret and Jaxie. Wink.
Is he back? He said he was going for a wander at one point.
Yeah, he probably missed that. Oh well.
It's saved. He can see it.
Jackson's watching?
He often
is. He was at one point, but then he got bored.
I don't blame him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, seriously, how dead do we think that episode is going to make a lot of things?
I hope it. I said I'm serious. I hope it makes it dead all of the things.
That could be interesting if they try to purposefully troll the fan base by having researched all the fandom surrounding some of the background characters and then make sure that they do something completely outside of that.
God.
I hope they're
I don't know. Is M.A. Larson writing it? Because, I mean, if he is, that's obviously going to happen.
They're going to have they're supposed to go to Time Turner is going to be a prominent character there. And I hope they do something with him that does not allude at all to Doctor Who's fandom.
I don't know. I don't mind stuff like that.
That would be great.
I don't mind when they allude to it, like in Heart and Tuesday where him and Rose were a couple. Not particularly need out and out, oh my God, look acknowledgement. I'm okay with references.
Plus, doing an out and out acknowledgement, I don't know how much trouble. I mean, didn't they even try to avoid calling him Big Mac and tried to call him Big Macintosh and a lot of the branding because they were worried about McDonald's getting on their ass. Yeah. So they might worry about getting into trouble with the BBC if they had tried to do
that. I think that was the beginning, so they could establish the character, and now they can freely start calling and Big Mac without referencing the burger.
No, so I know that issue was raised at some point, over fans using Doctor Who's and all that with the W was apparently too much, but cut the W off and it's fine.
Well,
It's still too
much. A lot
much.
of it is that issue of, trademark and copyright law are in outdated and mass and desperately need to be updated and blah, 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 as is an old argument.
Oh, still, I have a feeling, and this is a legit calling this shit right now, that there's going to be a point where they're looking for a hiding spot or something, and it's going to switch to a POV cam and look around for stuff, and it's going to flash past a blue telephone box. Mark my fucking words.
I will laugh. I will
start shooting things.
That would be pretty great.
It'd be hilarious.
Well, of course, he's going to discard that hiding spot for some reason, probably that it's too small.
Perfect.
Ponies don't use phones. Why would there be a phone?
So, I mean, I guess that's the question.
Lies!
It seems like they would either play it straight and follow all of the brony memes, or they would do a 180 and discard all of them. I can't really see them doing a halvesies.
Honestly, I think they'll
I could see them playing around with a lot of the characterizations and such, and subverting expectations thereof.
I was going to say, and one I could also see is just kind of, nods to stuff. The comics love doing that,
That's true.
having little nods to the bronies and whatnot. And that's what I like, is, it's not made for us. It's made for, 6 to 12-year-old girls. So, I mean, when they give us little nods and hints and stuff, I think that's really awesome and I love it. But when they kind of outright go, hey, look, guys, is that thing you like? I'm just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of bugs me, I guess, because it feels like they're trying to imply it's more made for us than it actually is. I don't know. Is Alex still there, or is he busy playing HOTS?
What? What's H2?
That was Plum who went and did that.
Yeah, I know, but he's just, super silent.
The hell is HOTS?
Here's the Storm, or whatever the new,
I thought you meant StarCraft, Heart of the Swarm.
Huh?
Ha ha!
StarCraft?
I missed
No.
that. What'd you say?
StarCraft, Heart of the Swarm? StarCraft
Yeah,
2?
that's the one. I don't know. I don't play StarCraft. Everyone just calls it HOTS, and I know there's 2 updates that have that same acronym.
Yeah. No, I'm playing GTA 5.
That I do. Right. Are you making sure to play in
Because-
first person? Because you're not
Yeah.
a scrub?
Of course I'm playing in first person, Jesus.
Excellent.
I don't really have anything to say right now because we're talking about the opening, which I didn't watch. So
This is true.
Well, actually, we stopped talking about the opening.
We're speculating about the 100th episode.
Episode 100 is going to be a background pony episode.
Episode
that,
100 is going to be epic.
according to
According to the creators themselves,
Aquatine-
this is confirmed that.
According to the staffs, episode 100 is background pony centric. And we've seen a couple of roughs and storyboard layouts, and yeah, there's a lot of background ponies.
Which episode are we on now?
We're on episode 3.
I mean,
that doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a little way. We got some time.
That 100 is going to be number 9 of this season. But
okay.
there's presumably going to be a season break at some point because that one's not airing until June.
huh.
So they start late. They're doing a break with the episodes. Oh, jeez.
So, and apparently
Get it together. God damn.
And so you guys are not concerned, but you're discussing whether or not it's going to fuck with headcanon.
It's gonna have
Hilarious.
Or
Lyra,
rather to
Lyra,
to
Bon, Doctor Who. So it's like Octavia, these characters that are, quote unquote, established fan-on characters.
And it's
quote
so
unquote.
great watching, authors who take shit way too seriously going, no, they ruined my headcanon. All my stories are invalid. Yeah, but it
even
was
more
understanding
so,
anyway, so
no.
who cares?
You are incorrect. That is not how Octavia works, because in my fanfic she acts this way, so the canon is wrong.
Oh, those
To
authors
me-
kind of worry me because they tend to come across as dangerously unhinged.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, I feel like I'm laughing at someone who's genuinely mentally handicapped, and I feel bad.
In fairness, for people who just deliberately say, I want to discard the canon,
that is perfectly fine. We're not trying to take the piss on those people.
Oh,
So if you want-
absolutely. Like,
if you
canon
want to-
should be taken for, you know what? It's canon. You don't have to follow the canon. You can totally go, you know what? The canon's nice, but I like what I'm making better, and I'm going to go do that. We're talking about the people who go, no, my work has to rigorously follow the canon, and if it doesn't, my life is over.
So you have our permission, folks. Be heretics. But yeah,
So,
that is the thing. You know, the freedom of fan fiction is you can do whatever the hell you want with the source material.
Yeah, you really can, rigorously follow all the source material. Or you can look at it and go, okay, I'm going to use this and this, but I don't like that part. You can just go, the hell with the source material. Let's make them all Vikings.
so
Viking episode.
Because Viking ponies would be cool.
I guess.
You were saying, Alex.
I was gonna say that an episode featuring all background ponies sounds
Hello?
like the worst thing ever. Can you not hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear
We
me?
hear you, but somebody
We can
just
hear you.
joined.
Intruder alert!
Enemy in the base.
Hey,
It's probably Plume again.
my
Is it
internet
trying?
crashed because my stupid roommates were fiddling with the router again.
Oh my god,
Oh.
Bryce killed himself.
Well,
Quick, ship them. Ship them together.
And then, am I alive?
Yes,
Hello.
hi,
We hear
Raz.
you.
Yay!
Somebody actually
okay,
found
you,
a really
you
old...
disappeared from the YouTube stream for a moment, but it looks like you're back now, Roz.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Technical
Resurrection.
issues all around.
Oh,
Somebody found
Alex.
a really old EQD picture of that was like up to, I think it was like something 2011. That was all the shipping pairs of all the stories we posted to that point. Even in that, Trixie was shipped with herself 3 times.
I believe it.
Yeah. Our heavy bias of like, I think 100 stories. And there are still 3 Trixie ship pics.
So,
Alex, what were you saying?
Alex was going to say a thing.
So I'm brutally murdering someone with a hatchet right now.
Oh.
That
Yeah, I'm
explains
probably
the
gonna,
glazed
like,
eyes
be
and
natural murder with a hatchet.
I'm sorry for us being so inconsiderate and taking up your time.
I'm sorry, I Thelma and Louise my car into the ocean, and so I had to go. So I had to run away.
Well, was it an actual Thelma and Louise, or was it just a Thelma? Or alternatively, just a Louise?
It was just a Thelma.
Fair enough.
Although the car looked exactly like the one in the movie, except the color was different, so whatever.
Well, why didn't you go to, like, a stop and spray, pan and spray?
Because I
Go and fix that.
I wasn't
God.
planning on flinging it into the ocean.
Oh, come on, dude. If you're gonna go to all the trouble to get the right car, the least you can do is get the color right.
Well, I already had the car, but anyways. What I was saying before, to get back on topic.
Who's I?
Alex, look at the other screen.
To get back on topic, what I was gonna say is that an episode featuring all background ponies sounds like the worst thing ever. That sounds completely terrible, and
for?
In what way?
and unbelievably boring. Because
What way?
I don't give a shit about any of those characters like in the actual show.
But the
Don't
writers will make you care. You will fall in love with them in
I-
episode 100.
really don't care at all. I
Seriously.
I don't give a fuck.
Larson made us love Alicorn Twilight.
did it though? Did it really?
Yeah,
I'm cool
Yes,
with
it
it.
did.
Every time Twilight
yeah.
flies, I think it's adorable because all I think is, man, she'd be teleporting if she didn't have those wings. Now she can just fly. God, why does she hate
Because
walking?
flying is so much more efficient than
I know.
than instantly transforming.
It's a cat. It's a cat.
Oh god! Feline invasions!
Run from the
It's my
cat.
cat.
We
No,
know.
don't, oh, you bastard!
Oh, the
Oh,
cat
you
left.
got away. You could have petted it.
Aw.
You had one job, Alex.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to steal a car right now. Alright, get out. Thank you.
You were the
But
worst.
anyway,
Had more important priorities.
This is why I'm not this is why I'm not on the stream anymore.
Well, and also because, I'm your replacement.
But,
Well, your alter ego. Replacement isn't really accurate.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I'd honestly tend to disagree with that opinion there, Alex.
Oh.
That yeah.
I mean, it is just an opinion. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying
What?
personally, for me, I don't
Who the
give a
hell
shit.
are you?
Who are you?
have an
What
opinion
happened to
and you're not
Alex,
having
who was
an
the
opinion?
word of God?
Right.
God, I thought he was the Metatron. Have you been lying to me all this time, you bastard?
Is that the reputation I have?
You have
It
a
is how
reputation?
it is the interpretation of you that we have Flanderized in your absence.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, yeah, you're all wrong. It's gonna suck. Don't bother watching it. Just go ahead.
Seattle's
And quit.
Angels. Don't watch episode 9. It's shit.
Yep.
Why?
Instead,
Go
come play
fucking watch
GTA 5 with me, and let's kill hookers.
That fixes everything.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I guess that about sums it up for that question. Again, reminder: keep asking us questions, guys. But for as far as the premiere is concerned, a lot has been said about the whole philosophy, clash of philosophies rather, is like Marxism is bad, communism.
Are we gonna get your rant about how it's totally inaccurate?
and all that.
We even got coverage by the Federalist, which pissed off a lot of people.
For those who don't know, the Federalist is not a bad paper, but it's very, very right-wing.
How's Tumblr handling things?
I don't know. I don't go to that section of Tumblr.
It's this. The Tumblr. I'm sure Tumblr's hanging the same way Tumblr handles everything, by throwing shit all over the walls and rolling around in it.
It's such a shame, though, that Tumblr has such a terrible reputation, because, like, there are some really awesome people and such on Tumblr, and then it's just like, the stereotype is just, people take it way too seriously and go, I have problems, which means they need to be everybody else's problems. And I always feel so bad, because I'm like, I'm sorry, I know you're on Tumblr and you're a good person, but, why are you on Tumblr?
Even though I don't fully believe this, I was still amused when the season opener came out and everyone was referring to the antagonist as a SJW, a Starlight Justice Warrior.
Oh, God.
Ow.
I didn't see that, but, oh, God.
Raz, why are you eating bread?
Because bread is delicious.
Okay.
Good policy.
Good point. Jesus fuck.
Tasty, tasty bread.
Well, in all the discussions about this, though, I find it interesting that, again, they accuse Starlight of being a Marxist and all that. Where, who is that coughing?
Probably Raz.
Oh,
probably coughing on his dry bread. That's called karma.
No,
My bread is warm and moist. Thank you very much.
It's my poor roommate.
Well.
Whoa. Whoa. Jesus.
And Alex is having fun over there. But
Alex
anyway.
is enjoying himself. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, if you get right down to it, and this might be a contentious opinion, but it seems to me that Twilight and her friends are actually the Marxists in this scenario.
I was about to say.
Okay.
They're like.
Please enlighten us, those of us who have not studied Marxism or communism or anything. Because it sounds cool.
They're bad people. You gotta fight them.
Non-knee-jerk Americans, please explain.
You need democracy.
Well, the thing is, with Marx's whole philosophy is, at its one of his basic tenets is every man would be free to do what he does best to the best of his ability. Like, no one will be shoehorned into working slaving away in a factory somewhere if they were meant to be a great artist or what have you.
Question. How does that differ from Andrew Ryan's ideal in Rapture?
Andrew Ryan is actually more of a that whole philosophy is it's Ayn Rand's whole thing of exceptionalism and all that.
Okay. Basically, I have not read The Fountainhead. I have no plans to read Atlas Shrugged. I know of Ayn Rand strictly because the theater group I'm with apparently once put on a play by her, and everybody swore never again. It was not a very good play.
Ayn Rand is an author.
Everyone freaks out about in college, and that's about all I know.
How is
Well, like 19-year-olds, yes. Ayn Rand is for selfish teenagers who think she's deep.
Ooh.
She's basically a dumb. And she was also super racist too.
Yeah.
FYI.
Yeah, but a lot of people were super racist. I mean, come on, one of the chicks,
Is that why the
one of like the suffragettes who campaigned for the women's vote was a eugenicist.
Gandhi was super racist against blacks.
Oh yeah.
And Mother Teresa was a horrible person.
Yeah,
so
she
you know.
babies, duh.
Well,
I'm
but you
right
know.
back. It looks like my browser has crashed. Which is to say, it says, the browser has stopped working. Please close the program. But I'm still talking, so...
Ironically, we can still hear you.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm kind of like, should I just leave it and see if it crashes on its own? Or like, is this like little
Inertia.
box
Leave
literally
it be.
the only thing keeping it going?
It usually does crash eventually because that's happened to me before.
Yeah,
Shut up, Dom.
so I will be back in a few.
All right.
All right. Yeah, and minor correction. I think I called her philosophy exceptionalism. It's objectivism.
Yep.
Is the whole thing. And
It's
anyway,
selfishness.
pretty much, yeah.
It's basically selfishness.
The whole idea is behind her philosophy is that you let everyone, again, perform to the best of their ability without any interference whatsoever. The only problem is what happens when you put two objectivists in the same room.
Yeah.
And Bioshock is essentially answering that question.
I'm back! What was the question?
Basically, I just explained the connection
like
between
10
Ayn Rand and
seconds.
Bioshock.
I know, it was great. I love this browser. It's a variant of Firefox called Pale Moon. It's
Okay.
nice because they're not as obsessed with going, let's make it look new and shiny every single update and move the buttons around.
I see two ferrets. Am I the only one seeing two ferrets?
I
No,
see
I'm
two
seeing
ferrets.
two ferrets as well.
Are
I'm
you
kinda
I see
wondering
two
how that
ferrets.
works.
Let's
YouTube
put them
only sees
together.
one. That's what's important.
Can Stock possibly re-explain, or will people be annoyed at repetition?
Well, basically, the whole thing with Ayn Rand's philosophy of objectivism is that everyone is free to perform to the best of their ability to whatever end that they wish without government interference. But like I was saying, the problem with that is what happens when you put two objectivists in the same room as one another. And Bioshock answers that question pretty handily.
They go crazy.
By having you beat a guy to death with a golf club.
Yep.
Don't forget the bees.
Yeah.
The wonderful,
But-
wonderful bees.
Would you
Come on, that
kindly?
was so great. You could eat a corpse with them and make like a fucking landmine of bees.
But anyway, with regards to Marxism, though, like,
Is
Oh,
Marxism
yeah, that was
actually
his
a
whole-
thing? I mean, I thought he was more kind of a philosopher rather than...
well, as
Focused on
his own
practicality.
in his own words, all I know is that I am not a Marxist.
That was a good sign. Hey guys, I came up with this idea, but I'm totally not following it. That's encouraging.
His point was that he couldn't be a Marxist yet. Like, Marx's whole philosophy, and this is what allowed for it to be used in revolutions, is that it's kind of prophetic in a way. It's predicting that this stuff is going to happen. And basically that was what the communist revolutions were all about, were making it happen. Though really they were about forcing it to happen. Because
That is sort of the definition.
the fact that it happened in that first like Marxist communist Bolshevik revolution happened in Russia, it was actually kind of odd, because Marx predicted that this communist revolution was going to happen in the industrialized sector, where you had this working class proletariat who was oppressed by the money owners and all of that, and they were going to be the ones who were going to rise up.
So the Bolsheviks weren't really considered sort of industrialized at the time?
Yeah, Russia at that point was...
Apologies, my knowledge of like world's current isn't bad. World history is really bad.
Yeah, Russia
So
at the
I'm sorry
turn
if
of
I
the
offend
century...
anyone in the chat with my ignorance.
Now, Russia at the turn
I'm
of the
not as
century
bad as
was...
America.
This is true.
I'm sorry I had to. Anyway, go ahead.
So Russia at the turn of the century was very agrarian. Had hardly any industry to speak of. It was almost, basically at the dawn of World War I, it was almost a feudalist state. Really, had a whole bunch of peasants out scratching a living in the wilds on their little farms.
So
You had
basically just
an
subsistence farming?
elite and all that.
Basically just kind of subsistence farming?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, Russia is not the most fertile of lands.
Yeah,
Let's face it.
I mean, to be fair, it covers a huge area, and some of those areas are beautiful, but it's not very, livable.
A huge icy rock area.
Well, I don't know. I mean, doesn't it cover like several different biomes?
Well,
it does, yes,
but Russia's mostly very cold, and it tells you something about Russia when Ukraine was their breadbasket.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Pretty much.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, Ukraine's not exactly like, I don't know.
You're wearing pants, right? Well, for a second, like you brought your knee up and there's nothing there.
Ignorance is better. But yeah.
No, it's just he brought his arm up, and for a second it looked like his knee, and I was just like, wait a minute.
It would not be fair of me to reveal to the audience and to take away that mystery, because some people are praying that the answer is no. Some people are praying that the answer is yes. So it is cruel for me to choose a side.
Schrodinger's Pav. Or
Yes.
Schrodinger's half pants.
Yes. Yes.
But, so yeah, Bolshevik Revolution was basically, Lenin and his boys getting together and saying, enough is enough. It's time for.
Guys, do you want to have money and food?
Yep, pretty much.
All the time? And they went, that sounds great. And he went, here's how to melt a plowshare into a weapon. Let's go kill some people.
Yeah, and that is essentially how the Russian Revolution happened.
A lot of revolutions tend to happen, though. I mean, sort of, you get a lot of people who are really unhappy, and then you get somebody to kind of spark it all off, and then it just spirals out of control.
Speaking of spiraling out of control, so how does this tie back to Glimmer Shimmer?
A lot of people were arguing that she was like communist or Marxist, and Alex and Sock were going to explain why that wasn't accurate. Or why it was accurate.
Oh, fuck. I pressed the wrong button.
Good to know you're really paying attention there, Alex.
I meant to.
You're like, you're gaming, but I heard communism.
I meant
It's my signal.
I meant to handbrake around a turn and then accidentally jumped out of my car and died.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna go every turn. Why did you just dive out of the car? I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Oh god, now all I can think of is the Deadpool trailer.
What?
Where he unbuckles the guy's seat and then kicks him out of the car.
Oh boy.
I don't know how I feel about
We go down on that tangent. Let me finish up.
Sorry. Alright, back to Starlight Glimmer. And whether or not she is Marxist or communist.
Well, again, Marxism is kind of what you'd call the purest form of communism. It's from all that all the other philosophies spring.
So the Care Bears?
Oh boy.
Sorry, kindness.
Yes. But
justified. Alright, so what do you mean by it's the purest form of communism? Like the purest form in the sense that it's a beautiful ideal that doesn't translate well?
Exactly, yes.
Purest.
Okay.
Marx was a terrible idealist.
Communism would actually work really well. The problem is the people who have to get it going so it can self-manage. And those people tend to be corrupt, so it never really goes anywhere.
AKA
so I mean, if you could actually get it, it's one of those. If you can get it going, it would work really well. The problem is getting it started is the real struggle.
I disagree. I would say that communism would work if people weren't people.
Fair enough.
What if people were ponies?
Then, then they would have a hell of a time doing anything.
And that's kind of what I'm driving at here, because Again, Marx argued that it was possible for people to coexist in such a way that everyone would work freely, cooperate, and would be able to produce such bounty that it could be parceled out to everybody and everyone would be happy. And it seems to me that this kind of parallels a lot of what Twy and her friends get at over the course of the episode. That you should be free to pursue your own ends and to excel at them, because that's what produces the most happiness. And at least in
So it really isn't
this
a way.
world,
Starlight is almost kind of like the opposite of communism, because her argument is that you should all be homogenized rather than be unique.
well, that's where the Bolsheviks come in. Lenin and all of them kind of corrupted Marx's vision in a way. Like they took. Marx says that before you achieve true communism, there's going to be the revolution and all that, and then there's going to be a socialist state that kind of takes over in between, where like there's government control of things, and from that gradually people start warming up to this idea that hey, we can do this collective thing right, and at that point the state ceases to exist, and man joins arms together in forever brotherhood. Like I said, Marx was a bit of an idealist.
Yeah, Marx was very much kind of, in a perfect world.
The thing with the Bolsheviks, with Lenin and all of them, is they kind of got stuck on that socialist stage, and it's from that
we're willing to kind of progress past it.
Yeah, it's from that I see kind of parallels with Starlight Glimmer, who's kind of forcing this whole idea on everybody else, and there's a reason why they went the full 1984 route with this thing.
Yeah. So you could argue that she's communist, but she's more of a Leninist than a Marxist?
Correct.
Cool. Just making sure I'm understanding. I'll be the audience surrogate and be really, really thick.
So, I have a question actually for the group. And this question actually comes indirectly from GAP Jaxie. He didn't ask me to ask it on his behalf, but I'm going to ask it on his behalf anyway.
Billy has to acknowledge that he asks really good questions.
He really does. We need to get him on the stream sometime here. We'll twist his arm and we'll get him on.
We haven't had him on the stream?
We haven't
had him on the stream yet, I know. Right?
We'll try to keep you two separated and keep the PDA to minimum.
We'll try.
That's not fun.
We'll try. But no, so, Season 1, Episode 1, like, these things that we're seeing, that we're meeting, these 6 characters, they are horses, but they are very humanized, they are relatable, they are, everyone can see one of the 6 ponies, that they see parts of themselves, resembling that pony, and it's very, humanizing, and, there's a lot of talk about how the main 6 are very, humanized and realized.
Anthropomorphized?
Anthropomorphized, but just like the fact that they're horses doesn't really matter. They have very human, relatable emotions and feelings and characteristics.
Yeah, they're very, very sapient.
Yeah. So then you get like Magical Mystery Cure, which has the ponies switching cutie marks and they completely change their talents, and then you have the season 5 opener here, where the spoilers, Alex. Oh my God.
Cutie marks turn into some kind of communicable disease.
God damn it.
Right? Yeah. What? We spoiled the answer. We spoiled the answer, and that caused you to get shot by someone. Yeah.
No.
Clearly, you should just stop, go watch the episode, and then come back.
Oh, you dick!
It's really true. But no.
I was
Alex, get good, scrub. So no. So in the season 5 opener, the ponies have their cutie marks removed, and then they start
special talent countryisms.
AJ loses her countryisms.
That was literally that happened, and I just went, I'm done. I don't need anything more from this show. That's everything.
Pinky is losing her humor. It seems very clear that the cutie marks are more than just
we were told that they were just a symbolism aspect and they were just represented,
A
what makes a pony
manifestation of
special.
their
But it's clear.
talents.
But it's not just a symbol; it's a manifestation. And so if you remove that, it actually impacts the pony in a significant way. Jaxie's whole point with that is, does this make the ponies less relatable? Because they aren't just these humanoid things who happen to have, a tramp stamp that signifies their
It's like butt
significance.
stamp. Tramp stamps go elsewhere.
Okay, fine. But
Well,
anyway,
I don't know. Do you like to make dresses, Bob?
Fifth Amendment. Moving on. So the question is, does that make them less relatable because they are less like humans who have interest and hopes and desires, and they're more like, fey spirits who, if you remove their, mark on their body, they lose all of their magical ability, and like it.
What you just said does not connect to each other, because you're saying like the human mark embodies their goals.
Well, he's saying the
Is what you're trying to say, but then you take away the mark.
There's nothing to do with their
and
goals.
they're still themselves.
But are they themselves? Because I mean, you look at Pinkie Pie, as an example.
I'm just
Pinkie
saying,
Pie loses,
Bob is saying, like the ponies, they have goals, they have aspirations, but taking away the mark doesn't get rid of those.
No, but he's saying.
Well, what about Magical Mystery Cure? What about the opening? It seems like that does happen, that they become different ponies when they have the cutie mark altered or removed.
And so
I thought that was just silly, and I really liked the episode.
No, well, look,
Guys, stop it. We are talking about it seriously for hypothetical fun. Stop being a buzzkill. That's not your job.
I am barely paying attention, but I will agree with Pav. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Thank you, Alex.
Pav are some hairy pets.
Well, I don't know. I didn't know you like your boys shaven. God, okay, I'll be prepared
Jeez,
for next
Pav, you asked me all these questions, and you're not even going to listen to them? I'm hurt.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't ask these questions. He's just...
In answer to Jaxie's hypothetical comment, I don't know, because I almost sort of thought of the removal of their cutie mark as like suffering a really serious brain trauma. I almost think of it as if you do suffer serious brain trauma, it can have a fundamental change in your personality. I actually had a friend who was in a really serious car wreck and actually did find that she had some really serious behavioral and personality changes as a result of them that didn't seem to have come because she was in the accident, but because of how severe the brain damage was. So I kind of think of it almost like they just had some kind of really serious trauma, as opposed to their fey spirits in some fashion.
I see. So they're very human, but an injury to the cutie mark is like a brain trauma, and so you analyze it in that way. Okay.
That's my analogy for it. Hi, Cor. What do you think?
Hey,
Yeah.
answer my question.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Cool. Thank you for agreeing.
I think you guys are taking your horses way too seriously.
But that's why it's fun.
Horses are always serious business.
No, words are serious business. There's a difference.
As long as you can acknowledge that at the end of the day, it's just a show for kids, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I love the show. I love, that Pinkie Pie can just be ridiculous and that Fluttershy is, adorable and that they're, they have butt stamps. But I think it's really cool as well to, hypothesize what this would be like as an actual, real living, breathing world. How would it work that, Celestia and Luna raise the sun? What does the planet orbit around? How would dolphins actually work? I already wrote fanfic, thank you very much. It was all about sheep.
You should write more.
Yeah, no.
Going back
and
to...
Craig's even reviewed it and liked it.
Going back to Pav's whole point there, the question, yeah, I think that is an interesting thing to ponder, whether it does alter the fundamental perception of the show. As Raz has demonstrated, yeah, for some it doesn't. And as Alex said, for some it does.
For some people, it's, they're like fey spirits, and for some people, well, it's just, massive head trauma. Also, Alex apparently has a story about being upside down and being shot by the police, but I was rambling too much. But I want to hear this.
That was about it. I stole. I don't know. I got about 6 cars in a row stuck, so I had to get another car. And this one happened.
Like you do.
This one happened to have like a bounty on it, so I got chased by the police. And
you're like, crap! I need a car. Steals a car. Oh wait, this car's already stolen. Oh well.
Being the genius that I am, I decided it'd be a good idea to drive up a mountain. Except I went too far and flew off the other side and landed upside down on the highway and was being shot by police, and then I died. So.
On the plus side, you discovered what was on the other side of the mountain.
There goes another car. Got that one stuck in the river. Sorry.
But I guess, again, returning to the question, it does raise this issue where before, it seems like the mark was defined by the person themselves, whereas now it seems the trend is that the mark defines them, which is
exactly
an interesting reversal.
It was kind of. I thought it was like from early on that the mark is what defines the pony.
Well, I don't know. The show's always been they flip-flop on it. Like, sometimes they say it's, you get your mark when you figure out what you really, you love doing in life and what makes you really, really happy.
Yeah.
And
then when you get the mark, it defines who you are and that thing that makes you very happy.
Yeah, and yet seemingly they're all named ahead of time with knowledge of what they're going to be good at.
That's something I really love seeing in fan fiction. I've heard a couple different arguments for why that works. One is, they pray to Celestia or whatever being that runs the world, basically goes, this is what you should name your kid.
That's dumb.
Some of them have,
not accepting that.
When the ponies reach age of majority, they choose a name for themselves.
Nope, we've already seen kids with names. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I really like the idea that it's all purely coincidental.
There are no coincidences. 'Tis all destiny.
If I was gonna go with anything, I would go with coincidence because that's the most interesting.
Yeah, to me, coincidence is interesting.
I've also seen extreme mode Chessmaster Celestia that she does a pony is named such and such, and then she helps ensure that Rainbow Dash will have some sort of race condition that she goes on a race and earns a cutie mark.
You're making me think of the North Korean pamphlet that says you have to have this number of haircuts that just applied to names.
Seattle's Angels, Princess Celestia is Kim Jong-un. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
I want to see that fanfic. Alex, you need to get back into fanfic, and you need to write a fanfic where Princess Celestia is Kim Jong-un. Do it right now.
Only if I can make it like the interview.
I knew it was coming.
That movie is not very good, but it's extremely funny for very specific parts. Especially the ending. Oh, the ending is amazing.
Oh dear.
Baby, you're fine.
Come on, show 'em what you're worth.
Whenever I hear that song, all I think of is JonTron singing it.
Oh,
God.
It doesn't matter if it's the original singer. All I hear is JonTron.
Yeah, I just see Kim Jong-un exploding in a helicopter. It's beautiful.
But yeah, I guess we kind of bring up the notion of destiny with all of that, whether this is something predefined at birth and all that, or whether it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy in a sense. Like if you name someone Applejack, what the hell are they going to do? And start fishing?
Applejack. They're obviously going to grow up and make really freaking good liquor.
What, you gonna jack apple? Doesn't make any sense.
Alex, this stream is friendly for children. God damn it.
Yeah,
what the fuck
you.
do you think you're doing, you asshole?
I'm fucking sorry. You'll have to forgive me.
Fucking better be.
So the question, I think to answer Sock's question, I think to some element there is some element of destiny, but it seems clear that ponies can, excuse my French, but fuck with destiny, because you have Twilight being able to change the destiny of her friends,
Bull.
Shimmer Glimmer being able to change the destiny of other ponies. Like, is it something that's more mutable?
Nope.
In this world?
No. If it's Destiny, you can't change it. That makes it not Destiny. You can't.
So you're saying that it's Destiny that she had to have her personality changed and change back. That is all part of the Destiny.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that if you want to call it Destiny, then you can't say you can change it because then it's not Destiny.
Destiny is a pretty shitty game.
It's a very good groundwork for a game that's incredibly boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Which game is this?
Rest in peace, my level 28 defender.
I'm at level 29, and I'm never gonna play that game again.
Yeah.
But
they got rid of the cave of infinite respawning enemies.
the loot cave.
The
Loot cave.
Was the best.
In memory of the loot cave.
To quote another game, and specifically a warrior prince from the country of Elise, anything can change. And I think that might be where this notion of destiny works in this world.
War never changes.
Look, if Destiny can change, then it ain't Destiny, because that's like the whole point. It's an immutable future that you cannot alter it, and if you can't alter it, then it was not immutable to begin with, making it not Destiny.
Even if you are extremely magic.
No, Bob, I think Destiny preordains that, so you can think you changed it. But
yeah,
really
exactly.
So this is sounding extremely like some of the stuff I had in mind for Starcrossed.
When are you going to finish that, by the way?
This whole thing was an excuse to bring up a plug.
Finish it. That story, yeah.
Well, the whole
story
metaphor I used there was that, Destiny is like a river. It's always flowing to some terminus, and you can put shit in the way, build dams, alter its flow, but ultimately it is still going to reach whatever ocean that it's flowing towards. And what my interpretation was, the dams and such that you put in the way, in this case is another force opposed to it, which is harmony, i.e., folks working together to achieve a common goal. I mean, how else do you alter your own lot except by cooperating with others? And I think,
with money,
to go even deeper into the rabbit hole on this, one could argue that was kind of how it's always operated throughout the show. That the elements of harmony are not so much an evil defeating device as a destiny altering device. Whereas Nightmare Moon was destined to return and to cover the land in blackness.
And Discord was destined
harmony
to be
changed
the
that
spirit
fate.
of chaos, etc., etc.
See, I get what you're saying with all that, and it makes sense, but I wouldn't want to call that Destiny then. I'd want to give it a different name. Something else besides Destiny.
Fate?
Because to me, I don't know. To me,
Destiny is too loaded a term?
Yes. I would rather define a new term. Look,
future things that may happen. There we go.
Sure, I don't know.
It was
there's a better word for it. I had a long debate with my literature professor about this the other week, and I'm now going to write a fucking paper. My final paper is going to be about why if you have fate, then you can't have choices. Or destiny or whatever.
Well,
we were talking.
Philosophy?
What?
This is for literature and not philosophy?
Well, my philosophy paper is going to be about
can-
something different.
Have crossovers.
My philosophy paper will probably be about something similar, to be honest.
Well, yeah, because that way you don't have to do the research, 2 different times. You can just do it once.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's also really interesting to write about.
Definitely.
Also,
Can you toss up a copy of that? Because I'd love to read it.
Sure.
Thank you.
I want to see a metafic of me and Alex where I am Alex's professor and I am keeping him after class.
That is not a metafic, it's just a regular fic.
No.
I think I've seen this somewhere before. What was that website called? Hang on.
Paul, what about
Fanfiction
It was something like something tube. I don't remember which one now.
Was it red?
It could have been. I think
Or
about the
X, maybe?
Is that a thing?
Yes.
It is. No.
Hmm.
You know, you find one and you're like, that's good.
Yeah,
Never find the
pretty
other
much. You find one, you're just like, man, I have no reason to go anywhere else.
one. Yeah.
But this one has all my saved videos on.
Do you save videos? Who does that?
God, why don't you just go and find something new every time?
No, but why would you go back to something you've already seen? That doesn't make any sense. It's like, I don't know. It's diminishing returns.
Alex, I love the idea that you sit there and quantify your porn. Like, I just picture you sitting there with a checklist.
Look,
Alex.
I've already seen this. I've already seen this German scat porn 1,000 times. I'm not gonna watch it again.
Alex,
I need to find,
we're seeing
some Slovakian scat porn.
Well,
you're in the wrong major here. You really should be doing, mathematical analyses about the diminishing returns of porn. I would like to see a piece of paper about that.
Well, all right, I can do that.
That'd be interesting.
I'm gonna need some test subjects.
I'll be your subject, Alex.
I am not the porn. The porn is the porn.
And he's not asking for you to make porn, Pat.
Get arrested.
Oh boy.
I feel bad for you, Suck, because I feel like I came into this and just ruined everything.
Not hardly, not hardly.
Well, you do
Plum did
do that anyways, Alex.
That's what I strive to do. I wish I could somehow fucking Jesus. I
wish I could
somehow fucking Jesus Christ. Yep. Words from Alex.
I wish I could somehow display my fucking PS4 screen right now instead of my face, so you guys could see what I'm doing.
Well, you could probably turn your webcam.
Yeah.
And pray that the flicker isn't too bad.
Fucking 160p.
You can start up a Twitch account.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a capture card. The usual drill.
Yeah. Become a famous YouTube celebrity.
There we go.
Capture card for PS4, it's automatic.
Well, yeah, but you have to. Well, can you do it on Twitch? Can you just stream on
Yeah,
Twitch?
you can stream directly to Twitch for free.
Who wants to watch me?
I vote nay.
Yeah, I vote nay too.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
boring.
I'm good for now. I mean, maybe later, but as long as you're going into lots of rambling detail.
Yeah, no, I'm incredibly boring. Please don't watch me.
Alex, let's face it. Your YouTube career as a Let's Player is nothing without me. You need me.
We do, Pav. What are you doing after this?
You need me as a celebrity. You need me romantically. You need. I completely.
I was gonna say, what's happening with that Let's Play you guys were doing that Alex, passed out for?
You literally
I'm
passed out.
I'm gonna kill this guy with a bat, though. Oh shit! I missed.
What?
Oh, he fell down though.
Dodging the question.
Whack.
Senpai will not notice me.
Why is my person aiming straight for the dick?
I'm just worried about.
Because he's channeling your inner desires.
What? No.
I'm just worried about Jackson. You would think about you trying to hook up with Alex, cheating on him.
Look, Jaxie has had ample opportunity. Okay, I have thrown myself at him repeatedly, and
literally,
he refuses to.
Put it on top at this point.
As a Twilestia fan, so that's it. He's dead to me. He's dead to me, and I'm moving on.
Your whiteboard says we should send help to your basement.
No, don't listen to this. That's just.
The whiteboard doesn't know what it's talking about. It's crazy.
Oh, whiteboard is crazy.
I guess that would explain all your points.
Yeah, true.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Again?
I'm trying to see how many people I can kill with this bat before I die. I'm at 20.
So, any questions from chat? Just a reminder.
What else would chat like to know?
Well, Deja wants to know if Alex wants to watch another movie.
I have to go. I have to leave in an hour, so unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately,
Question answered.
Deja, unfortunately, he's got another woman in his life, so yeah. I mean, I'm available, but on
you son of a bitch.
the flip side, I'm available. So
Yeah, so it's not a total waste.
Mm-hmm.
I think Deja's in the Paw. Deja's won.
What?
1 year old.
It's female, I assume.
Yeah, but if she's only 1 year old, I mean, she's just a puppy then. So that
And
means
you've got to admit, she's pretty eloquent for a puppy.
if she's a
Apparently-
1-year-old, if she's a
apparently
1-year-old
she's
puppy,
Sandstorm
that means
and
that she is
Knuckles.
adorable.
Apparently she's
Yeah,
Sandstorm
unquestionably.
and Knuckles.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Day Sandstorm or a different Sandstorm?
Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obvious.
Well then,
There is no other kind of sandstorm. Why would you even imply that, Alex?
There was the Sandstorm in that game. What the fuck was it called?
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
That's a good story, Alex.
Spec Ops: The Line. There was a great Sandstorm in that game.
No,
also
it
one
was
in
Faraday.
Hidalgo.
It's yes, Hidalgo. I actually like that movie a lot.
Yes.
It's a good movie. I really like what's his face? Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah, I can tell you loved it. You know, you remember the guy's name and everything. Yeah, it clearly
Aragorn.
had a big effect on
The
you.
movie from like 2004. I was like 5 years old. Black.
Oh,
Well,
poor baby.
As Deja points out, age ain't nothing but a number.
Damn right.
Mm.
You're only as old as the one you feel up.
I think what? I think that the courts might disagree with you there. Jesus, oh God, I'm good. I landed it.
Okay.
Then hit a tree.
What is age of consent?
It
Depends on where you are.
defining it as well and what the age of the participants are. Are you looking it up? For no reason, right, Raz? You're just curious. It's
Yeah,
not like it was
I
a
did
specific
not.
reason.
So I was making a joke, but then you just
bullshit.
came up with it.
Well, I
So.
wasn't sure. You just went quiet all of a sudden. Just kind of, oh my God, what have we
He
started?
was looking it up.
I wash my hands of the stream.
No, you don't. You love it.
Not yet, 'cause we ain't finished.
He said shirtless and fucking
Shirtless and flirting with a 1-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
shirtless and potentially pantsless.
Schrodinger's pants.
Oh, yeah.
yes. I suppose one other thing we could discuss. Oh, there is one other question for you, in fact, Ferret. Any fix you could recommend?
Oh God.
Well, I suppose that'll wait till next week, won't it?
Yes. Also, it's really what characters do you like? What genre do you like? What length do you like? I have something like 2,000 favorites.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Yeah, Farrell gets
How
this by Monday.
knowing Manaphy, I'm probably saying we're looking more for like slice of life kind of thing.
Oh, I have lots of those.
Yeah.
I have a shelf that is called Marshmallow Ponies in their natural habitat that is nothing but slice of life.
Oh man. Well,
And
there you
some
go.
comedy.
There you go. We'll just post a link to the shelf because that's probably your most direct answer right there.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Pav, but it's okay. You get me confused with that a lot, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yamgoth has a question for us.
Yeah, he does.
What are our porn star names?
Golden Boy. Oh wait, that's my prison bitch name.
Yeah, and it's terrible anime.
Do the men in porn usually have names?
Yes,
I don't know.
but nobody really pays attention to them.
I was gonna say I don't pay attention.
Unless it's gay porn.
Which
And even then, it's a little. They don't often pay much attention.
Yeah.
More focus on the equipment.
Gonna be honest, haven't really watched much gay porn. Not a big fan.
You're lost.
It's pretty much the same as straight porn, just with more dick.
Twice as much, in fact.
Yeah, exactly. Double the dick for your consumption.
Well, it depends on how many dicks there were in the first one.
This is true.
Anyways, Jesus Christ. Anyways.
How are we doing the porn name? Is it like the name of your pet in the street, or are we going with like, if you were a porn star, what would your actual name be?
I think it would be the second one.
You want something
According
like...
to Midnight Radio, it's the middle name of the street you grew up on.
It's what?
According to Midnight Radio, it's your middle name and the street that you grew up on.
Fuck if I know what
Mine's
street
like
I grew up
unintelligible
on.
then, because my middle name is ridiculous.
In that case,
I'm like Benjamin. Fucking, I don't know. I grew up on 8 different streets. I moved like every 2 years.
Well, then
here we go.
pick your favorite.
Here
Pick
we
your
go.
favorite.
Douglas Edinburgh.
Probably
Getting extremely British in here.
Oh, this is interesting. Mine comes out to Joseph Luddington.
Oh my goodness. Do you have a
So
monocle?
you guys are both so fucking British.
Yeah,
So
Indeed.
I guess I'll be Benjamin Isaac, which sounds like a scientist.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Come out with like a beaker and a lab coat. Time for some experiment.
Yeah, but my
Okay,
dick
I'm,
is in the beaker.
I'm forcible touching.
That's
Bravo! Bravo!
oh my God. Half's dying. Someone called ambulance.
I'm okay.
I don't know if I believe it.
Well, according to my watch, we spent about an hour and 15 minutes on this stream. We had about 10 minutes before. I don't think we're going to top that.
Oh, no.
Is there anything else we want to address?
It had to be done. It had to be done.
Okay, since Pav is kill. I think that'll do for this very elite stream of Seattle Angels.
With all the
Bye,
dank mayonnaise you can ever imagine.
Oh dear.
Are we all good with calling it then?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're good.
I guess
My
so.
car's rolling down a hill. Goodbye.